During this video, we're going to talk about the 4 foundations of a top real estate business and life. Hey y'all, welcome back to the show. My name's Todd Conklin. For those of you that don't know me, I am the founder of Sales Warrior Academy. I built a $3 billion real estate company by working with individual agents on exactly what to do, when to do, and how to do it to build an exceptional life and business. And that's exactly what I'm teaching here on the Sales Warrior Academy. Plug in, let's have some fun. I'm going to talk today about the 4 foundations of any solid business and life. This is going to be a little bit unconventional for a lot of you, but this is what changed everything for me, and I watched it change everything for countless real estate professionals. The 4 foundations, from a visual perspective, if you could think of it as a table and it's got 4 legs, and one of those tables might be wobbly, you know what I'm talking about? And then one of the other legs might be shorter than the others. And if you're trying to have a fine dining experience, you're probably not going to have it on a table like that. See, balance is real. Contrary to what everybody says, there is no balance. There is balance. I guarantee it. And I built that $3 billion company without having to sacrifice many of the things that I see a lot of people do. They sacrifice, right? And I'm talking about my faith, and I'm talking about my family, and I'm talking about my fitness, and then of course I'm talking about my finances. If you have the opportunity to change places with somebody, and well, let's use Warren Buffett for example. So right, Warren's about 95 years old, give or take, right? And he's worth a lot of money. And you might ask yourself, like, would I trade places with this 95-year-old man that's got all of this money? Because I guarantee you, if you're a young man or woman, Warren would trade places with you, because he knows that you don't have time. See, time is the commodity. Money is great, but time is the thing that we're trading. So you're going to hear me talk about urgency as it pertains to the 4 foundations. And the reason I'm going to talk about that is because you don't have time to wait to get your faith in check. You don't have time to wait to get your family structured properly. You don't have time to get healthy. Like, if you're unhealthy, it's now, and you don't have time to build wealth. It's now. You've got to do it now. There's some urgency, and there is a structure that you can follow, and these are the 4 foundations. And again, works time and time and time and time again. Success leaves clues. Here we go. Number 1, your faith is your guiding light. It's your North Star. You've got to know what it is. And if you do, when things get dark, when the waters get stormy, when the seas get rocking, you always have that North Star to look up for. You always know the direction that you're going. Faith is incredibly important. And while I'm not asking you to believe like I do, I'm just simply asking you to make sure that you have belief. I know I do. And I know that it's gotten me through some pretty dark times. Family is, man, I tell you what, family is unity. Family is resilience. And I've made this mistake, so I can talk out of both sides of my mouth with authority. There was a time where I simply was trying to hide the stress, protect is what I said, my family from the stress. Here's the reality. My job was getting the best of me. My family was getting the rest of me. They didn't understand. They were paying a price whether or not I wanted them to or not. We learned that how you're showing up in one area of your life bleeds over and shows up in other areas of your life. So you're going to need to get this one square. Everything changed when I got them on the same page, that I was transparent with them about what the goals, what the dreams, what the aspirations were, and what that meant to them. Now, suddenly, in solidarity, in unity, they were my biggest cheerleaders. Those times where I was having to skip a ball game or skip a dinner, and instead of them being sacrifices, instead of them getting the rest of me, they were cheering me on. Can you imagine just for a minute that when you had to go on that listing appointment or that showing appointment and you didn't want to go, and you knew that you really wanted to be with your family, and you did it anyway because it was the sacrifice to the family, and in the past, they'd be mad at you, right? But imagine now, they not only were mad at you, they were proud of you. They were happy that you were doing it because they knew that it was in alignment with who you said you wanted to be and the outcomes that you would promise them. See, that's the magic. But warning, once they know, they can't unknow. And if you're promising them success, if you're promising them a new life, if you're promising them legacy, well, now you have to deliver.
Real estate professionals, you and I both know 87% of the licensees don't make it in this business. Don't worry, I don't have anything to sell you here, but what I do want to do is I want to impact your life. I want to change your life. In order for you to be the top of the top, you're going to need to do some things different. And one of those things is to become part of the Sales Warrior community. Subscribe below, it's free.
Number 3 is fitness. And y'all, it's not really fitness, but it's partly fitness. We're talking about health and vitality. Yes, we're talking about physical health, but we're also talking about mental and emotional health. These are very, very important. Number one, your body is your brand. Yes, 100%. It shows discipline. It shows commitment. It shows delayed gratification. And what I know is if you won't keep promises to yourself, you're not going to keep promises to me. You're demonstrating that in your body. I know exactly what I needed to know. But from an emotional and mental health perspective, we're talking about a tough business. This is sales, and the markets change and presidents change and interest rates change and sellers market, buyers market. The one thing that's constant is the chaos and change of the real estate market. And you've got to be strong, both mentally and emotionally, to not be triggered, to be the voice of reason, and to be able to be steadfast, knowing that I've got my family in my corner and I've got my North Star, right? So your health is very important. Look, they say that winners win where quitters quit. It also is the endurance to stay in the game and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Your courage, your strength, both mental and physical, all contribute to your longevity, not only in life, but also in business. And then, of course, there's the finances. If you have a proven system, a proven structure, a proven playbook, if you've got people in your corner that are helping you to win, telling you exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, and how you need to do it, if you've got a plan in place that you are confident are going to get you the goals to build legacy, to build financial freedom, so that you never again have to worry about the future. I mean, imagine for a second, I know a lot of you, this is going to hit home. Every time you want to book a vacation, you're like, I don't know. Oftentimes what happens in the real estate profession is you get a few closings and then you book the vacation because you've got cash. But imagine if you had a system in place where you knew every month you were going to get leads, every month you were going to get listings, every month you were going to get contracts, every month you were going to get checks. Well, that would help, wouldn't it? Well, that's the importance of the four foundations: your faith, your family, your fitness, and your finance. If you really want to take this to the next level, you'll follow the exercise. I'll include the link to the exercise below, but you'll list faith, family, fitness, and finance down the left side of your paper. And you'll create a 1 to 2 sentence definition as to what level 10 in each of those is. Just 1 to 2 sentences. Don't overthink this. What is it that would get you? How would you know you were there to be a level 10 in each? Once you've done the definitions, in the far right side of your paper, give the current rank for today. Where is your faith? 1 being horrible, doesn't exist. 10 being I crush it, I should be teaching this class. Where are you on that rank? Likely 2 things are going to show up. 2 of those items are going to clearly need more help than the others. So those would be the places that you would start. Your next step would to create 2 actions that you can take right now. This is like actions, right? Not intentions. These are, I can do this, I can track it, I can measure it, I see that I did it. What are those 2 actions? And be committed to starting them today. I hope that helps. This is the 4 foundations of building any successful real estate business and life. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and a follow, and I'll see you on the next video.